federal prohibition of marijuana is unconstitutional and has serious negative consequences for our country. It is the duty of the federal government to uphold the Constitution, and it is the concern of all citizens if these rights are violated. 57% of the class mistakenly believes that the Constitution grants power to the federal government to create and enforce laws regarding marijuana. In fact, the Constitution does not give prohibition rights to the federal government, and the 10th Amendment states that powers not delegated to the federal government are reserved to the states or to the people. The U.S. arrests over 700,000 citizens annually on marijuana charges. Combined with prospective job loss and other ramifications, the punishment certainly outweighs the victimless crime. 64% of our classmates have broken this law. Marijuana should be legalized and regulated, and 43% of the class agrees. A quarter of the class stated that legalization could make pot easier for kids to get, but the National Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse found that 26% of teens say pot is easier to obtain than cigarettes, prescription drugs, or beer. By prohibiting marijuana altogether, there is no regulation, and the only providers are indiscriminate drug dealers. Keeping pot illegal keeps drug dealers in business. 20% of the class feels that marijuana is a gateway drug, and this is a common misconception. Studies from the American Psychological Association and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services show that this is not the case. Legalization and regulation have benefits for our country. Taxing marijuana sales could generate billions of dollars in revenue. In California alone, residents consume $3 to $6 billion worth of pot each year, representing nearly $500 million in potential taxes. The prosecution of otherwise innocent citizens for marijuana use creates a strain on our prison system and ultimately labels 41% of the current U.S. population as criminals. Because of overcrowding, our prisons dump rapists and pedophiles back onto the streets. Who would you rather have living next door? Contact your local officials and demand that they protect and defend your constitutional rights, not deny them.